Over the past few months, my team and I have had the pleasure of working with several e-commerce stores, sharing insights on what it takes to grow a brand from zero to thousands of dollars in revenue. The opportunity you've just found is a product of massive effort, what we proudly call the most comprehensive e-commerce training on Tumbler Mockup available online, and it's completely for free. Trust me, this video is worth every single second of your time. So let's jump right in.
Welcome to this course, Tumbler Mockup that sells. This course is divided into 3 parts. We'll cover visual persuasion, how image influences buying. Next, we'll plan high converting listing images in Canva. And third, which is my favorite, we'll automate the entire mockup creation process for your Tumbler app. So let's get started. Before we start, let me introduce myself. I am Vikash Kumar Prajapati. I'm the creator of Bulk Mockup Photoshop plugin. I've helped thousands of Etsy sellers simplify their mockup workflow. Apart from that, I have built and scaled my own e-commerce stores to $50,000 in just 2 months. I am on a mission to help digital sellers save time and sell more. So without much ado, let's jump right into the first module, which is visual persuasion. So to be successful on Etsy, there are 2 key elements. First is SEO. That gives you visibility and helps you address the demand that is already there in the marketplace. Next big thing after SEO is your listing images. It does the heavy lifting and persuades your customers to buy your product. Let us take a step back and look at the customer journey, how a customer makes a purchase on Etsy. So they'll go to etsy.com and then on the search bar, they'll put in their keyword like teachers Tumbler app. Next, they are shown the Etsy search page. So if you look at the Etsy search page, there are a ton of listings out there competing for that one keyword or one sale. So I made a list. If you're in your desktop, you'll see 64 listings that include ads. Then you have 6 most loved listings, and then you also have 6 you also viewed loved listings. So in total, there are 76 listings that get discovered for that one particular keyword. And mind you, your SEO effort will end here. From here onward, it is your images that will do your talking, and it is the images that will persuade your customers to click and make a purchase. So this is how important images or your mockups are for your business. After the search page discovery, the customer will click on a listing and then they go to the product page. The product page consists of your title, your description, and then 11 images that you can use. Some use 4, some use 3. So there are total 11 images or digital real estate that you can use in your listing. Out of this 11, 2 out of 11 images does the 80% of the heavy lifting. So if you nail your thumbnail image and the 15-second video, most of the persuasion is done by these 2 images. So in the next slides, I'll show you how you can plan your primary thumbnail image and the 15-second video. So 2 out of the 11 digital real estate that Etsy provides you does 80% of your heavy lifting. And these 2 are your primary thumbnail image and your 15-second video. Now let us take a look what you need to keep in mind while creating this thumbnail image and 15-second video. So your primary thumbnail image sits right in between 76 listings on the Etsy search page. So it needs to compete for attention there, and it needs to persuade your users to click. Now next comes the 15-second video, and this is what the actual notification from Etsy looks like. We found that listings with video get twice as many orders as listings with just photos. Now I cannot stress enough how important is the 15-second video for your entire listing. You already know that your primary thumbnail image and your secondary video is important. So now we'll do a little exercise that will give you clarity on what kind of thumbnail image and video you need to create. So we'll create a swipe file. So if you're not familiar with the concept of swipe file, a swipe file is kind of an inspiration for you. So what I want you to do is jump to etsy.com and on the search bar, type in a target keyword that you want to compete with. Once you hit enter, you'll be shown the Etsy search page, and there are total 76 listings. Now scroll through the Etsy search page and watch which of the listings grabs your attention. So this one grabs my attention, the first one. Next, this one grabs my attention. Next, this one grabs my attention. This one grabs my attention. So once you decide what are the listing that grabs your attention, just grab the snipping tool. Take a screenshot and then paste it in your swipe file. So I'm using Notion for creating the swipe file. You may use Google Docs, or even you can keep your screenshots in a folder. So I'll go and whatever listings grabs my attention, I'll grab the screenshot for that. This one grabs my attention. So likewise, I'll repeat the exercise up until I'm satisfied that I have enough inspiration for my thumbnail image. Okay. Next, we'll repeat the same exercise for the 15-second video. So once you hover your mouse on the listings, the video will play. So this one does grab my attention, though this is an ad. I'll open this. No video. No. So look for the video that grabs your attention. Okay. So once you open the listing, you can go to the next video and then right click and click on save video as and save it in your desktop. Similarly, repeat it for the other ones that you chose, the videos that you liked. Right click and save video as. So you now have a collection of inspiration for your thumbnail image and 15-second video. So this is what I collected with my initial research. So these are the ones that I liked, and for the videos I collected I think 7 to 8 of them. So these are the videos, that plays. So once you have your swipe file ready with your inspiration, let me show you some tactics that will help you make the best use of this strategy. The first is the A/B testing of the primary thumbnail image. So once you create your product, make sure you have 2 to 3 variation of the primary thumbnail image, and you can create 3 listings out of that. So more listings of the Etsy search page will give you more chances to get that one click. And if you look, the same mom design, it has 3 variations and it becomes 3 new listings for you. Next, you can add badges on a thumbnail image to convey instant value for your product. In this case, you see 16 free designs included, and then also there's one badge called seamless design. So whatever you think adds value to your listing, you can add them as a badge on the primary thumbnail image. So the purpose of the 15-second video is to deliver a pre-purchase experience to your customer. Watch how this video conveys that pre-purchase experience beautifully. No high production quality, only shooting from the phone is actually delivering the pre-purchase experience. Next, you can also use the 15-second video to convey your physical attributes, like how big it is and what is the quality of the print and all. So I could not find a video of a tumbler, but this is a demonstration of a t-shirt that I find makes sense on this purpose. So it closely captures the print quality, and then it shows the size, how it will look on a t-shirt, and then the quality of the fabric as well. Now let us talk about how to make the best use of the remaining 9 images. Your remaining 9 images should convey these 3 points, which are, it should showcase features and benefits of your product. Next, your customer will have some objection in their purchase journey. Your listing images should address that. And then finally, you can use some psychological trigger to finally push your customers to make a purchase. Now, before I show image listing example of these 3, if you do not understand what are the features and benefits of a product, or what are the objections that may come up, so there is a small exercise that you can do to figure that out. So I want you to go to your competitive store, the best store in your niche. For this demo purpose, I went into Bailey's store, and then I want you to collect the reviews of the customers in actual words. Okay, so Twyla writes high quality images, easy to download and access, vibrant colors, highly recommended. So just copy them, and then on this swipe file, paste it here. So these are the ones that I already collected. Collect as many reviews as you can. So these reviews are actually a gold mine. A gold mine to understand how your customer behaves, what they talk, what they like, and what they do not like. So collect all the reviews as you can. Go to multiple stores, collect as many reviews as you can. Next, copy this review. Now go to ChatGPT, paste this review and type in the prompt. That's it. Just enter this and see what the ChatGPT gives you. So features and benefit customer love, high quality and resolution. Okay. So it gives you, a clear features and benefits. Vibrant colors, easy download and access, sublimation friendly, perfect fit, emotional appeal, great customer service, a potential objection, fit issues, tapered versus straight. So only from the reviews, I got all the features and benefit I need to showcase. And then I also got all the objection that I need to address. Scaling confusion, beginner unfriendly. So this is a simple exercise that will help you identify any missing gap into features and benefit that you might have missed or some objections that you need to address. Now let us look at some examples that I had prepared for the slides. So showcase features and benefits clearly. So you can use lifestyle images that gives real life context as in how it will appear and what is the dimension or size of it. So, different lifestyle images gives an exact size of how big the tumbler is here. Okay. Next you can use is product info and details. So look into this image. It gives you, the length of the straw, the quality of the glass. So you can also use comparison images to differentiate your product from other stores. These are just examples. Let me walk you through them very quickly. Benefits over features. So, won't peel, crack, fade. So exactly, pointing out what are the benefits of this product there. This is another example of benefits over feature. Super soft fill, crisp graphic print, 15% cotton, 15% polyester. So these are all different ways to communicate the features and benefits. Now show lifestyle images for pre-purchase experience. Okay, I mentioned this point again and again. Pre-purchase experience is very important in this digital era. So if you look at this image, these images are shot on a proper phone. So using raw images taken from camera gives instant pre-purchase experience, plus the review at the center adds social proof. So these are showcase features and benefits. Now let us take some examples of how to handle objections visually. So first you need to identify what are the top objections. So these are some common objections that a user has. Can I trust this product or the seller? Will this look really like the photos? And isn't this too expensive? So if you did the ChatGPT exercise, I think you'll have a detailed objections related to your niche. So let me show you some examples how to address them. I could not find any example with the tumblers, so I'm using here a sweatshirt example. So size guide, the first in this case, objection handled is, will the size fit me? How will it look on me? Which size should I purchase? So clearly the seller mentions the model wears size M. For the regular relaxed fit, choose your go-to size. And then again, it adds the attribute that model is 5'10" and regularly wears size M for a relaxed fit, XL for an oversized fit. So it clearly showcases or addresses the objection that will this product fit on my body and how will it look? And again, they are not using any high production images. They're just taking the photograph from the phone and putting up there. Another objection is when will I receive the product? What if I want to return or exchange? This seller clearly addresses that using this image. So once you address the objections visually, let us talk about psychological triggers that you can use to convince your prospective customers to make a sale. So you already know that you need to put some social proof to build trust and credibility. So instead of using just words, it's better to use screenshot that gives authentication that these are not fake reviews. So look at this. These are printy pixies and they are using screenshots. Let me show you another example. Again, this is a t-shirt brand, I guess, and she's using the packaging in the back end, some features and benefits over here, and then reviews dropped in here. You can also use love it guarantee and risk reversal. I'm just showing you some example. You may want to follow this entirety, or you may want to exclude. It's up to you. Okay. There are other example of love it guarantee, which shows return exchanges. And then finally we have, if you can tie your product to a meaningful cause. So if you look at the store, it says every order plants a tree. So when you place an order with Prints of Love, a tree is planted in your name. Connecting your store with a noble cause will also push your customers to make a purchase if they identify with the problem or the noble cause that you are partnering up with. So this is another psychological trigger that you can use. And finally, you can also offer some exclusive bonuses and discounts. I think many Etsy sellers do this, so you can go ahead and offer some discounts. So that's all in module 1, visual persuasion. Let us get back to the swipe files that we created. So when you do your research for primary thumbnail image and secondary videos, I want you to go and collect other images as well. These are other listing images that I collected. So just to give an insight into what are other features, benefits, and objections. So this talks about seam, straight, and tapered. Please read before buying. So I collected all of them without any judgment. Price, buy 2 get 45%. So you can go and collect them as well. So that's all in module 1. So following the best practices and the exercises from module 1, this is what I have planned, which we'll take forward in the next module when we design our listing images. So image 1 will be a thumbnail image. We need at least 3 variations for that. Image 2 will be video. I mean, we could have 2-3 variations. Then image 3 will be the info or the dimension image that will give the length and width of the tumbler wrap. Image 4 will be showcasing their tapering effect. Image 5 would be the review image. I mean, we'll add social proof. Then image 6 will address the objection if it is seamless or not. Image 7 could be comparison. Image 8 and will offer discounts. Image 9 could be free designs. Image 10 could be customer images, kind of lifestyle images to show how the end product looks. And then finally, we'll have some lifestyle images as the last image. So these are the 11 images that I had planned. So you may decide to design all 11 images, or if you want, you can just go with 4 or 5, whatever suits your needs. So whatever makes sense to you. So you see in the next module where we'll design listing images in Canva. Then welcome to module 2, where we will design irresistible mockup images in Canva. So from module 1, what we have is our swipe file where we have collected inspiration for the thumbnail images, some secondary videos, and some other images. And then we've also collected reviews, text, as well as some images that we'll be using in the listing design. If you remember, to find out the features and benefit, we went into ChatGPT. So if you go back to ChatGPT, this is the prompt that I gave. I'm creating an Etsy store. Just pull down features and benefit and objections. So these are the ones that they have given me. Next, if you see, it asks me to turn these insights into bullet points for product listing. So just go ahead and distill the information in bullet points. So product listing bullet points for description section, but we want some pointers to be used on the image listings. So I'll ask them to, I'll ask ChatGPT to, give some description for the image section. And these are the bullet points that he has given us. So what I'll do is I'll copy these and paste it under our review section. This will come in handy when we design the images. So just go and grab anything that you see here, even the previous one. And then finally we'll copy the first section as well. So these are the images that we are planning to design. But for the thumbnail and the videos, we'll do at the end of this module. Let us first design all the other images, which are very straightforward. Let us jump to Canva and start designing our listing images. So click on create and then select 2000 pixel by 2000. And this is the blank canvas that we have here. So whenever I design listing images, I prefer to follow some color guide or consistency. So first thing I'll do is grab some gradient color If I go to elements, there will be photos, I guess. Type in gradient. I like this one. Now, if you want to change color, you can go to edit and then add some filters maybe. You can also use this purple or heat wave, whatever is subtle. We can use this one, or let us stick to the orange one at the moment. So next, what we are designing right now is this two will design at the end. Let us design our info image. Okay. For the placeholder, we are using the frames. So I'll add the frame here. Do not worry about the aspect ratio as of yet. We'll take care in the later part of the video. Next, I'll add some text. Sorry. Canva 64. So I'll reduce it maybe around 50. This is good. Let it be 64. And then I'll type it. Tumbler wrap. To make it more design friendly, what we can do is we can go grab some shape. Rectangle. It's black. Let us change it to white first. And the background, the square shape is green in color. Let us change the color. So we already selected this one, right? So we need to have a darker shade than this orange color that we have. Let us try brown maybe. So this color looks good. And then I'll also add some curves on the corners. So this looks okay for now. Now we'll add some lines to denote the width and the length of this tumbler wrapper, and then we'll also add some bullet points that we created using ChatGPT. So go grab line. From here I'll grab this one. Stretch it to both the ends. And I think we could increase this to 10 point. So the length of the digital wrap is 9.3 inches. So grab some text. To denote inches, we can use this double quotes and let this be around 50. I'll just copy this and rotate it by 90. Sorry. This will be 8.2 inches, and I think we may need to shrink this a bit. So we have some space down there, so we can add some more information. Let us go back to our swipe file. What are the informations that we can add? High quality 300 dpi ready to print. So let us try this one, 300 dpi. Let this be around 40. Again, I mean, we are following this design element, so adding a background would make sense, I guess. So let us go to element and then rectangle. So on the top, the darker brown color looked better because it was white. Down there, let us try, instead of brown, let us try black. And for the text, let us change it to white. This looks good, I guess. And then again for the edges, let us make this 25 looks nice. So this annoys me actually. So what you can do is go to position down there, and this is the background layer. So we can click on layer and then layer, and you can set it as background. So this does not rotate, and so this fixes this. Now I'll select this. So we can add 3 bullet points here. So we had 300 DPI. Other one I think we could do is seamless design. And do we have seamless design in the bullet points? Yeah, seamless fit. So we can write in as so these guides are quite helpful in Canva. This helps you organize or maintain the alignment. And next finally we can add, I mean, we are selling a PNG file, so we can write PNG. If you are providing more than one file, you can mention it as well here. I'll position it at the center of these two. So our Tumblr, I mean, first image is ready. This looks decent. Do not worry about this image right here. We'll place our a Tumblr wrap design over here. Okay. And I'll also show you how you can add a watermark if you need. Next, let us go back to our planning sheet. So info image is ready, so I'll strike this through. Next, we may want to add tapering effect to show that images are tapered. So I'll duplicate this, and again on the title we can write Tumblr app digital download. Next time we can add skinny Tumblr design. So we are putting all the information in subtle way as an heading, or you can find different ways to put all the information on the listing images. Okay, I'll delete these. For the tapering, we can show 2 images, one over here and one over here with the tapering effect there. So you can grab it as in place it and then copy and paste it here. Again, do not worry that we are not using actual Tumblr designs, and this is not actually tapered. So do not worry. We'll fix that. Next, we can also add another subheading here, like instant digital download. So once you review these, I mean, actually too long over here. So you'll find a lot of instant download, use it right away. So these are different value proposition that you can use. So maybe I'll copy these and I'll create something over here, and let us add a rectangle. For the dimension, we can again put a dimension here, or add some text and a normal text. So we can add (9.3 inches into 8.2 inches). 300 dpi. So we are providing both the information, like it's a PNG straight file and these are the dimension and the resolution for this one. We can copy paste the same thing. Instead of straight, we can type in tapered, and the dimension would be 9.3 into 8.2 inches. Okay. So we have some spaces left over here. So we can add some bullet points. So consider that we are describing that you'll get two files, a straight file and a tapered file. So what are the benefits of these two? So one benefit could be this template is made in such a way that it wraps around perfectly with no overlaps and gaps. So that is one of the objections that a customer buying a Tumbler app has. So we'll just type in that. So try to rephrase the objections into conversational text. Okay. Let us reduce the size. And let me change it to white in color, and then we'll add we already use it as a subheading here. So instead of using this, what we can do is let us add a white background rectangle here. And just to add a bullet point here, we can add some element. Let me do check mark. This looks okay. So this looks okay. And then we could add another one. So copy paste this. Another objection we can type in if for some of the design it does follow a repeating pattern. So as per the Tumbler design that you are selling, you could mention that. And I think it's very tedious for me to resize this rectangle. There must be some way or the other, I guess. So if I go to effects, yeah, I think we have the background option, and I was struggling with the rectangles. So we can select white here, and it does look better, I think. Yeah. Alright, so we can use this effect from now on. Okay. And this rectangle I can delete. Effects, and then background, and then white. These two bullet points are good for this. So we are done with this design. Now let us move on to this seamless. So I have an idea of how to show that the product is seamless. Okay. So let us go back to Canva, and then I can just duplicate this. I'll delete all of them here. Here I'll note it down as so what I'll do is I'll put one image from the left and one from the right and show that they will form a seamless pattern. So let me grab a frame for the placeholder elements. Yes, let me grab it from here this way and then paste it the other way like this, and maybe I could add some arrow. So I'll put the arrows in equal spaces. So I'll tidy up this, and then I'll copy, duplicate this, move it to over here, and then so I'll select uncheck this one, and on the left I'll check this. So we'll see we'll show the design on the left and the right, and we'll see that they are trying to meet up as a seamless design. So to make this effect more prominent, I'll add a rectangle. I'll fill the space. I'll change the color to red, and then we'll change the transparency of this. This looks good. Maybe increase the transparency to 35. And then we'll also create another, rectangle in which will not have any color, but will have strokes, dash strokes. And for this, let us change again a red color. The fill color will be no, and the stroke color will be red. And then we'll change the transparency to 100%. This gives an effect that we can actually show that the designs are seamless and they merge together at the edges, right? I think the transparency is too high. So I'll go to position, select this layer, and then I think this looks better. And then we'll add some bullet points here. So I'll go to this one. I'll try this one. Yeah, I think this is perfect, I would say. This may be, let me just... Now this looks perfect, I'd say. No edges, no gap, just a flawless wrap. So we are done with this as well. So next we'll design the feature and benefit page. I think we do not have any comparison to make, so we'll design a feature and benefit. So what the plan over here is, on the right we'll have a mockup image over here, and then on the left we'll have bullet point features and the benefits, okay? And on the title we'll type in instead of love, we'll add some emoji. Okay, why you love this Tumbler wrap design? On the right, we'll have a mock-up of the tumbler. So let me add a frame. So we are only adding frames as a placeholder now, and we'll, once we go to the module 3, when we'll automate this process, I'll show you how to, replace this placeholders with proper mockup. Okay, let me now try some, let me fill in some, features and benefits. So we can go back to our homework sheet that we did. And this is actually too big. I should have. So we can use this one, okay? I collected it in the previous high quality digital files, bright and vibrant colors. So see, these are the features that we can copy and paste it. Let us try this same effect. This looks pretty good, I bet. So we'll just change the color to white, and then effects, background to black, and the height. And we can also add this check mark. So instead of high quality, What denotes high quality? So we can type in high resolution 300 dpi. So always do not trust ChatGPT with the information that they give. I think you should be well aware and make changes, subtle changes whenever you think there's need. So high resolution 300 dpi sounds much better. And then let me pull out some other feature. Other feature could be that we provide both of the design, like tapered and straight. So we can write that straight plus tapered wrap. So I'll copy and paste it. Another could be print ready files. So actually I have prepared this a list on my another screen where I'm looking at and copy pasting it here, but again you can follow what I showed in the ChatGPT. Okay, so print ready files. Then we can have another feature was vibrant and seamless finish. That we can also write about universal compatibility. So I think these are all okay, I would say. So again, I'll just pull this up to until here. Select this and then I'll tidy up. Okay, so there are some spaces left in between. Here what we can do is, these are bullet points. To add more to the benefits, we can use this bullet points and ask ChatGPT to expand on that. So I'll copy this, go back to the ChatGPT with the same chat that we are having. So I have some bullet points. I need you to benefit in condense this. Or so I'll type in show it for the benefit for the customer. Your Tumblr designs look sharp and professional, no blur even when resized. So we can write not like this actually. We can use this crisp and clear with no blurs. So you can type in, go to text. So what's the benefit of high resolution 300 dpi? Crisp and clear with no blur. Perfect for small and large tumblers without losing quality. Okay, so this looks better. We have some bullet point and then the description. For straight and tapered wraps, we can type in designed for any tumbler type, straight and For the print ready files, no resizing or editing needed. Just print, press, and go. Next, we'll design the review image. So I'll duplicate this page again and delete all this stuff. On the heading, I'll type in, we'll keep this heart icon, and then you can put 3000 or maybe, plus happy customers, and then copy the heart. So now instead of, copying the review that customer posted, it's better to copy the screenshots and screen grab and paste it here. So we'll go back to our homework that we did, and these are the reviews. So I don't copy this text. What we'll copy is these one. So again, I'll grab my snipping tool, copy it, paste it here. To paste, you can press Ctrl V and it will paste it. And then I'll add some effects onto this. Click on edit, add some shadow, this one, or I think this one looks good. So go ahead and grab all the other reviews, Ctrl V to paste it. And then I could directly copy this style and paste it over here. So likewise, you repeat these steps. So adding screenshot looks more authentic because it already gives the vibe that this has been picked up from Etsy. Not if you add text, it would feel like it's kind of a baked review or a fake review. So grabbing from Etsy is much better. So go ahead and get screenshots. Copy style, paste it here. So if you feel that the reviews are less in number, you can duplicate this page and add more reviews. That's another way to add highlights onto that. And if you need some part of the review to be highlighted, you can just grab a rectangle and go to elements. Imagine that I want to highlight this text, so I will go ahead and change the color to yellow, and then the opacity to maybe 37%. So likewise, you can highlight it. I mean, it's easy to do in Photopea and Photoshop, but you can also use this feature to highlight some text. And if you're looking for more designs for the review page, I would suggest you to check this Senya.io. I mean, they collect testimonial and they have pretty good examples how to showcase reviews. So you can take a look in this. So another angle would be you could add 5 stars here. So let me just try that. So this looks nice as well. So this is the review image. Now what we can do is, along with the review, we can add some pre-purchase experience by showcasing images from the customers. So in the review section, what we see, so these are images shot by customers on their phone, and if we add them on the listings or the review page, this will give you an authentic pre-purchase experience to the customer, as in the colors. They could feel the colors and see how the print came out in the actual product. So the next page will design some review images. Okay, so let us go back here. I'll duplicate this. Customer photos. We can leave a couple of reviews on the top, just to add in. This is an extension of our review actually. So now we'll go back and then we'll grab these images that we have to grab from review. Try to make a collage out of it. So image 1. So this shows the vibrancy in this, right? And these are all customer photos. So I think this looks decent enough. So this will give some pre-purchase experience with actual photos shot on by the customers. Okay. So let us check how many pages have we designed as of yet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images, and apart from this, we are yet to design the thumbnail image, and then 1 is the video. So we already have 6, then 2 is remaining. That will make it 8, and there are total 11 spaces. So let us design 1 more, and then we'll jump on designing the thumbnail image and the video that we'll be using for the listing. Okay, so let me duplicate this. Bundle. So as I have seen a lot of listings, people do offer free design. So we'll make offer to make free, make your own bundle, and plus we'll add some free design over here as well. So let me add some frames. So let us show free designs, and we can add more, as in let us just showcase only 6 here, and then we can add here coupon. I think some coupon. Now let us try this one. The color is not looking good, so let us see if we can change the color. Okay, let it be black, I guess, and then we can so I'll add some line. And then here we can add some discount code. So for 30 we can give 3 by 3 for 30%. Okay. We could change the script for this, font for this. Let us try some script. This looks good. So buy 3 for 30% off. Now I'll duplicate this couple of times and then we can type in 4 for 40% off. %50 off. No code required, and then I'll add the background. This looks nice. We can add verbal text here saying that this is the free artwork. We'll change the color to brown maybe, yeah. And you can also add some, text here, like you choose your pick. Yes. This can go down to complement this. Oh, sorry. You may want to change the black color if you feel that it's not going well. So we have already 7 images, then 1 thumbnail and 1 video. So let us recap what we did. So first we designed the info image where we showcase the detail of the product that we are selling. Then objection handling, that we are providing a straight and a tapered image. Then the other objection handling was seamless design. We actually show it visually how the design is seamless. And then some feature benefit image, couple of review images, one with text, the other with photos, and then one offer image. This is good enough. In the next video, we'll see how to design the video and the thumbnail image. Hi, so in this video, we'll talk about designing the primary thumbnail image and 15-second video. So you already know that these 2 assets are the most important assets in your entire listing images. So this is the swipe file that we had collected in the previous module, and these are primary images. Just go through them. Next, I want you to go to etsy.com and then search for the keyword Tumbler Mockup template. So to be honest, designing a primary thumbnail image is more of a mockup game and less of a designing game. So put all your effort in finding the perfect mockup template that either matches your inspiration gallery or maybe exceeds your inspiration gallery that you have in your swipe file. Some template cost very little, some template may be very expensive, but do not take your judgment on the cost. Take your judgment on the quality, because this will be an investment and you have to nail your thumbnail image. This is that important. Okay. Now, if you look into etsy.com, there are 2 types of template that you'll be greeted with. So if you look, we do not have any information here. And this, if you go to, these are Canva template. We have the Canva placeholder. Again, these are Canva template as well. So there are 2 types of templates available. One is smart object based Photoshop template, and then there are simple to use Canva based template. I highly recommend you opt for smart object based Photoshop template. In the next module, I have a video that explains smart object and why it is better than Canva mockup template. So before you decide on the mockup template, I highly recommend you watch the next module, learn about smart object layers, and see my reasoning why I'm asking you to look for smart object based Photoshop template. Now talking about the 15-second video, these are the inspiration that we had collected. Again, you repeat the same exercise. Now for this 15-second video, you go on Etsy and type in Tumbler video mockup. Again, it will give you the same list, Canva template and smart object template. Again, opt for smart object template. These are the swatch file that we had collected. So if you look, most of them are template files. but I really liked this particular one. So this particular one which shows pre-purchase experience is what I like, but I do not have access to the Tumblr, so I cannot record this video. So if you have access, always go and record that video. And if I scroll through, I like this Tumbler Mockup. So if I play this, so it kind of stands out among the rest. So in the next module, I'll show how you can design this Tumbler mockup as well. So see you in the next module. Hello, welcome to module 3. In this module, you will learn how to automate your entire mockup workflow using Photoshop and the bulk mockup plugin. The first 2 videos on this module will be fundamentals of Photoshop and fundamentals of Smart Object Layer. So if you already know Photoshop and Smart Object Layer, you can skip those 2 videos. Let's jump into it. In this video, you'll learn how to convert your Canva designs into Smart Object based Photoshop files. So let's jump onto it. You'll go to Canva, and then these are the designs that we had. Next, you go to share and then download it. From PNG, select to PDF printing and make sure this flattened PDF is unchecked. This is very crucial, and let it be RGB and all the pages and click on download. So once the download is complete, you'll open photopea.com and then open this PDF file in Photopea. So this is add heading. I'll grab and open it. So converting this into Smart Object based Photoshop file, it's a 2-step process. Download the PDF, open in Photopea. Once you open it, you'll see all the pages here. And what's interesting to notice, if you expand this page layer here, you'll see all the layers that we used while designing in Canva is intact, and we can edit this individually. This is what we want to convert it into a Photoshop files with different smart object layers. Had you opened this PDF file in Photoshop, I'm not sure why, but the editing capability in Photoshop is not there. So now just go to page 1, right click, and then click on duplicate into and open it as a new project. So repeat this for all the other pages that we have. Page 2, right click, duplicate into new project. So these are the different pages we designed in Canva, and now there is some discrepancies as you can look in the text. I think all the text layer, the font size has increased. Let us fix that. So I'll expand page 7 group here. So this one is the text layer. Select these. I'll double click on this one, and you'll see there's a hell lot of text which is not being displayed. Size is 80 pixel. Let us try 60 pixel here. And now this one looks better. So if I click on this, okay, you get this as free design. So I think all the sizes has become bigger, but no worries, let us fix this. Just grab the text layer, double click on this text. Over here you'll find the font. You can change the font, and the size is 60 pixel. Let us try 64. And I think this is good. Okay. Now your pick is okay. By 3, these are all off. So 50% off, double click on this. 156, let us try 140 for this one. And then you can also use the move tool. Move tool is this one here, and position it at the center. By 5, again we'll have to change it. 120, let us try 110. Yeah, 110 is 5. Great. 40%, double click. We tried 140, and then use the move tool to center it. Grab the move tool here and center it. By 4 for 110. Was it 110? Yeah. 140. Then select the move tool. By 3 for So this looks okay now. Then no code required. 64 is fine. Let us try 56. This looks okay now. Next, I think in the background there is some white spacing. Just go to the background here. So just select this bitmap and expand this. Now hit enter. This looks okay. So now we can go and save this as a Photoshop file. Yeah, the smart object layer, we are yet to design this. I mean, I think these are mask. So these placeholders over here, these are actually in mask. But will you add the smart object layer? I'll do this in Photoshop. So just ignore it for now from here. So let us save this as a Photoshop file now. Save PST. And then you can create a Tumblr, you can create a subfolder and write page 7 or bundle. Repeat the same process for all the images that you have designed. So now we have converted all the Canva files into Photoshop file using Photopea. Now the crucial point is creating and adding smart object layers to them. So the first one, the customer photo, I think this is a still photograph and we do not need to change anything. So there's no requirement of adding smart object layer into this. We can, exactly use the same image on all listings. So this one is the Tumblr app digital download. Let me open this in Photoshop. So this is the, Photoshop file that we saved from Canva. This is page 1. What I want you to do is right click over here and click on ungroup artboards. Okay. And the warning sign that you see on these are exactly, these are warning because Photoshop does not have the font that we use to design these images. So this is a warning that if we want to change the font, we'll have to, replace the font. If you see font is missing, choose a substitution. So we are all good if you do not change the font for now. Okay. So the next thing is that we want to add a smart object layer. So for the smart object layer, we need to make sure that the smart object that we put here has the same aspect ratio as our print file. And we do not know the aspect ratio of our print file. So what we'll do is, these are some Tumblr app designs that we'll be using. So select any of your Tumblr app, right click and click on get info. If you're in Windows, right click, get on details and then properties. What I want to find out is the dimension. So the dimension is 70106325. Do not worry, this is a very big number, but let us put this, go to Photoshop. I will go and select this rectangle tool. So rectangle tool is over here. Select the rectangle tool, click at the center and put this number 7010 and 6325 and hit on OK. So if I press option and use my mouse wheel, so this is the big rectangle that has been created. Do not worry as enough yet. Okay. So use your option key and the mouse wheel to scroll out. So on the edge, grab this icon and press shift on your keyboard and then reduce the size. When you do this, the aspect ratio of the rectangle is kept intact. Now you can zoom in and then you can right click and convert it into a smart object. And we can rename it as add design. So now rename your smart object layer as add design. This is an extra added stuff because we'll be automating using bulk mockup plugin. Next press Command T and then reduce the size to fit into this placeholder. Now this is the smart object layer which is perfectly fine here. Now you can go ahead and delete this placeholder that we had brought in. Now this template or this dimension mockup template is ready. We can add our design here. I'll show you how to do that in the automation process. So we'll save it. Close this. Next we'll open this. For this, again, first step is to ungroup this artboard. Right click and click on ungroup artboards. These are all okay. So over here, we had planned that we'll put a mockup template and it will have the design in it. Okay. So we'll add our Tumbler mockup here. I'll use this mockup template, open in Photoshop. And we have left, middle and center. So I'll grab the middle part and the design layer. Right click and click on duplicate layers and go to features and benefits. Now press Ctrl T and then you can expand this to fit in here. Now we have the smart object layer where we'll place the design, and we have the our tumbler as well. Now you can go ahead and delete this placeholder from Canva. So I'll delete this placeholder. The shadow is not going well with this, so we can delete the shadow and let it be as it is. So now again, we actually copied the mockup template from another template and pasted it here, duplicated it. Now this has the smart object, and if we place any design, this will be placed here. So this is all good. Save it. And let us move ahead to the next image. This one will add a 6 smart object layers. Or again, these are actually, we will not change this design over here. So it's kind of a still image. So again, we do not need to add any dynamic elements because we can use this as a still image across all the listings. Because again, we are not supposed to change the free gifts, right? So just select page 7 and ungroup artboards. Go to your design files and then grab 6 of your design file that you want to show here. Grab all of them and then paste it here. 1, hit enter. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, I'll turn all visibility of all of them, then press Ctrl T to activate the transform, and then using the anchor points you can just position it over here. Do not worry about the overlapping, we'll be deleting the placeholder. Press Ctrl T, then again press Ctrl D. And finally the pink one. And then you could go ahead and delete all the placeholders. So right now, these are looking something dull because it does not have any border and all. So you can go add some drop shadow effect. This looks okay. And now if you grab Alt or Option on your keyboard, you can drag and select and drag all the layer effect onto all the other layers. So this looks nice. 6 design. We can save this file. Close this. Let us move on to the next one, which is this particular design, which is a seamless design. So let us grab this. Next, right click and ungroup artboards. So basically we want to place this seamless design here, so that we show that it does not. So we just want to add the placeholder here. So everything looks fine, only we need to add the placeholder here. So again, you remember the size that we had. So grab the rectangle tool, click at the center, enter the values 7010 and the height as 6325. Hit on OK. Use Option or Alt and then use your mouse wheel to make some space. Use Shift and then grab and reduce the size. Right click and convert it into a smart object layer and name it Add Design. Next, reduce the size, zoom in. Hit enter to position it. So actually this is on the top, but we need to add it below this arrow and all. So grab this and go underneath. Let us place it over here. So this is the mask that we had. I will delete this mask. Now the next step is crucial because we want to show the seamless property of the design. So again, press Ctrl T, fit in exactly the dimension here. So what you'll do is select this layer and press Ctrl J. This is very crucial step. Do not please follow it. Now press Ctrl T, then right click over here and click on Flip Horizontal. Next, hold the Shift and place it onto the right part. Hit enter and then delete the other mask that we have. So right now it looks very blunt actually, but let me show you what will happen when we add our artwork. So these are the smart object, right? So right click and we'll click on Edit Contents. Over here, let us add one of our design file, and instead of orange, let us add this one. Hit enter, go to File, save it, close this. I think this looks okay. I mean, seamless design, but I guess the overlay here is messing up with what we want to actually show. The way we wanted to display the seamlessness of the design, I believe it's not going well with the color of the tumbler wraps that we are using. So we need to fix this. First, let us find out the overlay that we are using. This is the overlay. Let's get rid of it. And then this is the border, I think. So I believe instead of overlapping, if we could just use this arrows at the edge of the design, I think that could make sense. Let me try that. So I'll press Ctrl T. I'll hold Shift and then drag this onto the edge. Hit enter to apply these changes. And also the arrows. These are the arrows, right? These are the arrowheads. I'll try to squeeze it. So this looks somewhat okay. Maybe we could add some contrast between the design and the background. Okay, because the background and the design, there needs to be some kind of a drop shadow effect. So I'll select these layers and add some drop shadow. And then press Alt and duplicate this effect onto this one. So kind of an okay that we show it's seamless, that it merges into it. We show the left side and the right side. If you could think of a better, way to display this, you are appreciated to go and design that. Okay, there's nothing holding you back. All right. So now we'll save it. Finally, we have this straight and tapered image. I'll right click and click on ungroup artboards. Again, we'll create the same smart object layer. So if you feel your smart object layers, you are putting a lot of effort, the other way would be, just open the other design that you did and just copy the smart object layer, right click, and then go to duplicate layer, and you can create it. Select that file name, hit on OK. So we have a perfect smart object here. Press Ctrl T and we can add it over here. You may want to delete this effect. If you want, you can increase this size as well. It's up to you. I think it could have helped. We might have to redesign this, but it could have helped if we, increase the size. Now again, we want both of the smart object layer, both of the design over here and over here to be same. So again, select this smart object layer and press Ctrl J. Pressing Ctrl J is important because when we duplicate it by this main, the smart objects are linked. What it means is that if you update one smart object, the other will automatically update. So again, now select this and place it onto over here. And you might be wondering that, this is a tapered design, but we're using a straight design here. So actually, I have a Photoshop action, which I'll be including in the course somewhere. Just go download it. So you load that action, you'll go to Window and select the action toolbar. Over here, you can go on to this hamburger icon and click on Load Actions. Download this action and open it. So we have the tapered action. Select the design copy and play this. So it applies the tapering on that smart object layer. So it actually created a copy of it. So there are design 2 copy, which is a tapered action, and this is design copy. So delete this and you have the tapering that you see here. Okay. Again, we can add some drop shadow to make it contrasting from the background. And again, duplicate it onto. Duplicate this width onto the left. So we have tapering as well as both the effects shown. We can delete the layers over here and this one. Now the tapering action is, one time you have to apply that tapering action. Next time, because it was smart object layer, next time when we update the smart object layer, the tapering will be kept intact. So that is the magic of smart object layers, right? So now I'll click and save it. So now all our design files are converted into smart object based Photoshop files. This one, and this one are still images, which you can create a JPG image and use in all listings. So we can remove it from here. Next, we'll see how to adjust the thumbnail image to fit in and how we can automate the whole process. Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we'll see how to design your thumbnail image. We had already designed all the other listing images and turned it into smart object based Photoshop files. Now only 2 images are remaining. One is the thumbnail image and the 15-second video. These 2 has the maximum impact on the success of your listing. Video is a complicated topic. So I'll create another video for the video mockup template. But for this one, I will cover only our thumbnail images. So these are the mockup templates that I purchased out of Etsy. So let me open each one of them and show you how does it look. So when you open a mockup template in Photoshop, especially smart object based, you'll be greeted by too many layers over here. Don't be overwhelmed. It's very simple to understand. So you'll see a smart object layer which says add design, and then we have 3 groups, left, middle and right. So it clearly showcases that this is for the left tumbler, this is for the center, and this is for the right. And if you want to change the design, just right click and click on edit content, and this is where you place your design. So for the demo purpose, let me add a solid color and maybe red color onto it, and then you can go file, save, and close this. So you see, I updated only one smart object layer and the design on all the 3 tumblers were updated. At times you'll find mockup template that are created differently. You need to update 3 smart object layer to put your design on them. So I have a separate video discussing about that, but for now this is the template that I have, which is okay. And if you remember, all our listing images are of the size 2000 pixel into 2000 pixel. So you'll go to image, go to canvas size, and this is the canvas size that we have, 2000 pixel by 1600 pixels. So I'll change it to 2000, hit on OK, and then you see some negative space on the top and bottom. So you can just grab the background layer and stretch it to fill the spaces. So yeah, you can stretch the background. Also remember one thing, Etsy has this effect of the cropping effect on the thumbnail image. So basically the image that you see on the search page and on the product page, the image on the search page is being cropped out. So make sure that you leave some negative spaces around your listing images, so that the main area is visible in the thumbnail. Okay, so that is very important. So in this case we have some negative spaces, and we have turned this into exactly the size of our other listing to maintain consistency. So I'll click on save and close this. The other template that I have is thumbnail 1, and if you look again, there are multiple layers over here. We have lighting that adds lighting to this tumbler. Then we have smart object, and we open it. So this is the design layer where we can go right click and edit contents, which is okay. So if you go and check this size for this, so the canvas size is exactly 2000 by 2000 pixel. So there's no editing required in this case. I'll close this. Next we have this thumbnail. So we have 3 variations of the thumbnail image. Again, the size for this one is 2000 by 2000 pixels. And then again we have add the design smart object layer. You can right click and click on edit contents. So this is interesting actually. So you see that there are negative spaces around this smart object layer. So if I open and show you the other ones, if I open this template and open its smart object layer, edit contents, you'll find that there's no negative spaces. And for this one, there are negative spaces, and the design is supposed to go at the center, right? So for the automation purpose, it needs to be handled separately. I'll show you how to go around that, but I'll close this. So there's one thumbnail image that I really liked and want to replicate it, but I could not find the mockup template. Is this one. Okay, so I'll try to recreate it and show you how you can, if you like something, how you can recreate it as well. Okay, so I'll go to file, new, and put it as 2000 by 2000. Create the file. Okay, next I'll grab this as a reference image. So I'll click on copy image and paste it here. So this is our reference image. I'll be using this to create our mockup template. So I'll not be creating it from scratch, but I'll be using different the older template that I already have. So if you look at these 2 mockup template, the images were linked, but this particular template had middle, center, and what I could say as middle, center, right as a different layer groups. So I'll open this up in Photoshop as a new document, and then I want to copy these three along with the smart object layer, duplicate layers onto untitled one. I'll hit an OK, and then I can close this file. So this is how it comes out. It also has the shadow here, and we'll try to create this kind of a effect. So first we need to add the background. So the background is actually some kind of a gradient. So you can select a solid color and then click on gradient here. So this is the gradient fill. Click on this, and then this actually denotes the color. So we'll select the color, and then there's a color picker. So we can select the color from here, the darker color. Okay. This is the next color. We can click on this. The next color would be lighter shade of brown, which is over here. Okay. And on the top it's actually opacity of the layer. So it's 100% on the left angle, and on the right it's 0%. So let us change it to 100%. So this is what we get. Hit on OK and hit on OK. So we are replicating the background of this image here. I'll pull this down just of the background. So we have our background fixed. Middle, left, right, and the design, we may want to move it to the top. Next we'll add the oak fence, the oak table. So we can use generative fill. So I'll just grab a selection and type in generative fill, and I'll type in wooden table. So this is the variation that it gives us. You can try some other wood as well. This looks okay, but I'm not happy. So you can also use some stock images like FreePay, Canva, easy to get these. I mean, this could do the work, but does not actually match what I'm trying to create here, right? So we can delete these, then click on generate again. Okay, kind of. Let us try this one. Faded and rustic oak wooden table. Let us see what we get in this case. So you can play with generative fill and create your own table. For now, let us stick with this one. We'll get this. So we can change some perspective into this. So I'll unlink this, press Ctrl T, and then click on perspective, and you can grab this edges and improve the perspective, something like this. And now that it could help if we had some kind of darkness at the edge of this table. So I'll create a new layer, grab the brush tool, and then I'll right click and then increase the size of the brush. Use soft round brush. Okay. Right click and then increase the size, and just underneath this oak we can take this layer 2. You can use bracket keys to increase the size. Click on this, hold shift and then click on the end. So it creates a shadow layer, which again, okay, so there is some glitch over here. So what we can do is select this mask on the top, select the move tool, and move the mask so that it matches the edge of the table. Now this is too dark. You can change the blend mode to multiply and then reduce the opacity. Just a subtle thing to add some dimension into this. So right now we created this mockup template using another template to exactly match what we want to get here. And then you can also add these tags here, popular now or sublimation Reddit. I'm not going to show you how to do that. You can create in Canva and import it, export as a PNG, or you can use some stock website like Easy Free Pick to download this kind of tags. So that's easy, you can add them over here. So now we'll save this template on your computer. So that's it, how you create your thumbnail mockup image. In the next video, you will see how you'll automate the entire mockup creation workflow. So see you there. In this video, you will see how to automate the entire mockup creation workflow. So all the hard work that you have done up until now, creating your mockup images, converting them into a smart object, will come into fruition in this video. So let's jump to it. So these are the listing images that we had created, and we'll automate this. Okay, so we have three variations of the thumbnail image. One is straight and tapered, then the other one is seamless design, review image, make your own bundle, then features and benefit PST, dimension, customer photo. So out of these, some are static images which we'll remove from this group. Okay, so this one is a static image which we can generate one JPG and use in all listing. Same goes with this make your own bundle and the customer photo. So these three images will move it outside the folder, or we can just create a new folder and name it static image. So finally we have seven listing images to automate. So before we automate it, let me show you how you'll create mockup images manually. So creating the mockup images manually will give you an insight how we can automate this. Okay, so let me open this thumbnail 1 and thumbnail 2 and thumbnail 3. Once you open your Photoshop file, the next task is to find out the smart object layer, which is again over here. So I'll right click and click on edit contents, and then these are 15 Tumbler designs that we'll be using for this project. And then I can grab it over here, pink daisy, place it at the top, adjust its size, hit enter, and then we can go file and save it. Once we close this, our design is applied on this thumbnail image. Next we'll go to file, save as, or you can click as save as a copy and then save it as a JPG file or a PNG file. Now this is a manual process of doing it for each and every design that you have. Okay, so why I showed you the manual process is to look at the steps that we did. So to repeat, what we did is, first we opened the mockup template. Next step was to identify the smart object layer, then edit the contents. Next we dragged and added our design. Then if required, we had to adjust the size of the design. Enter. Then update the smart object by clicking on file, save. So we have already done 3 steps here. And then the design is updated on the final thumb mockup image. Now you export it or save it as a flattened JPG. This is a 4-step process. Step 1 is open the mockup template. Step 2 is identify the smart object layer and open it up in a new tab. The third step is to add design on that. And once you add the design, you're also supposed to adjust or resize the design to fit in the space and save it. Step 4 is to export as a flattened JPG to use it in your listing image. So this is the 4 steps, and this is exactly what we will automate. Okay, so we'll close this. I'll click on don't save. Just to show you a different variation out here. So this is add design, and if you open the smart object layer here, we have edit contents, and if you look, this actually is different from the previous template. So because it's different, I wanted to show. If I add the design here, we are supposed to add it within this guide. Okay, if we add it beyond this guide, the designs will not look nice. Let me show you what I mean is, if I hit enter, go to file, save, you see, these are cut off. So we are supposed to resize our design to fit in this region. Save it, and this time you'll see the designs are perfectly placed. So I just showed you because there will be some variation and how to resize our design layers. Okay, so we'll close this, or I just go back Control Z and have it original file. I'll close this. So that is the manual process. Now we'll be automating the whole process using Bulk Mockup. So Bulk Mockup is a pretty straightforward Photoshop plugin. All it does, it automate the 4-step process that I just explained. That is, open the mockup template, identify the smart object layer, or open it into a new tab, then add design onto that smart object layer, adjust its size, and then update the smart object layer, and finally export the completed mockup as a JPG or a flattened image. So this 4 steps, so this is what Bulk Mockup does and automates the whole process. So to get access to the Bulk Mockup plugin, you'll go to Plugins panel and open Bulk Mockup. This is a sweet little interface that you see. There are lots of options here, but if you remember the manual steps that I showed, this is very easy to digest and follow along. So basically what I recommend is, to follow a simple workflow. So we'll create 3 folders. On the first folder, we'll name it mockup template and put all our mockups into this folder. Okay, all 8 of it here. Okay, next we'll create a new folder and we'll place all our design file into this. So these are the design files that we have. I'll select all, copy, and paste all the design files over here. And then finally we'll create another folder and name it export. So this is basically where our exported mockups will populate. Okay, so this is a simple workflow. In the Bulk Mockup menu, we have main setting, main tab, and then settings tab. So you'll go to the main tab, and then first we have PST templates folder. Hit on this browse icon and select the mockup template folder. Hit on OK. Next is design file folder. Click on the browse option and then select the design file. And finally we have export folder. Click on this and select the export folder. So next we have resize method. So ideally we have 7 resize method, and this 7 resize method covers all kind of use cases. So for the Tumbler wrap, just stick to fill canvas stretch for now. Okay, this is all good. Now before clicking on start generating, there are a few things to be taken care of. So if you remember, mockup template may have many smart object layers. So for Bulk Mockup to be sure that it works on the correct smart object layer, there's one check that you can do, which I've already done on this mockup template. If I open any of them, so I have renamed all the smart object layer as add design. Okay, so this lets Bulk Mockup know that the smart object layer that we are working on is the correct one. So if you leave it unnamed, Bulk Mockup could mess up and update another smart object layer. So just make sure that all the smart object layers in your template is renamed as add design. So we have add design over here as well, and then add design over here as well. Next we'll jump to settings. So on the settings we have 3 tabs: design layer, PST template, and export. So on the design we have a scale design layer which has do not scale and scale to. So for this one, we do not want to scale. A scale to option are used on other cases. For Tumbler, we can keep it to do not scale. Then we have align to canvas. Again, this is not applicable for Tumbler wraps, so keep it as centers. Guides, we will use guide. I just showed you. So if you remember, this template that I opened up, we do not want our smart object to go beyond this region. So what we can do is we can add 4 guides here. So take your mouse on the top. If you do not see the ruler, press Command R. The ruler will appear, and then drag and place it on the top of it, the image, and then one on the bottom, one on the left, and one on the right. So we need exactly 4 guides. And now if we check this resize to guide and align to guides, for this template, all the resizing of the smart object layer will happen within this intersection of the guide. So we'll be using this for this template. And if there are other template that has this feature, you may go ahead and use this. Okay. Now I'll save this template. Also, for these guides to work, your Photoshop preferences for units needs to be set as pixels. You can do that by going to Photoshop settings and then unit and rulers, and you can turn it to pixels. Okay. So that's pretty simple. On the PST template, there's nothing to do. And then we can go to export. And for the export, there are again 4 tabs out there. First is folders. So folders basically describes how you want to organize your exported mockups. Okay. So if you hit an all in export folder, all the mockups that we create, that is, we have 15 designs and then 7 mockup template, all will be dumped into one folder. But we want to create listings. So I think, we should organize by design file. So we'll click on design file. It will create subfolder for each of your design file. Then again, we'll go to files, and on the files, we have these many options as the format. You can select JPG. And if you go to JPG, you can, select the quality of the JPG, and you can also embed the document's color profile as well. Next comes the naming. So for the output file name, you can give a naming. So for the output file name, you can give a custom name. So these are all different parameters that we can mix and match. So we have design file name, design folder name, I think not required, but PST mockup file name will be required. And then if you want to add some, incremental value or maybe your brand name, so you can add suffix and all. So basically you see all the, preview of the names here. Okay. And if you want, you can add spaces in between as well. So these are all mix and match, very self-explanatory. Then you also have preferences option. So preferences is basically you can, all the settings that we had applied, you can keep it for future purposes. So all the settings has been done. Now to see the magic, I'll save this file. So all the settings has been applied, and now it's very simple to automate. So just to show you around, these are the mockup templates. These are the design files, and this one over here is our export file, which is empty. So I'll just reduce the size of Photoshop so that we can compare and see how the option works. Now I'll click on start generating, and you'll see the magic. So first folder is created as per the design file, blue flower glitter, butterfly glitter. There will be subfolder for all design. So we have 15 of them here, and I'm not fast forwarding it. You can still look at the time here, 8:14 on the top, and let us see how long does it take. I can open this folder to exactly show the mockup being created. So this is the mockup being created. So all 10 items. So this is how simple and easy it is to create your mockup images. So 15 listings to be prepared in just few minutes. The only time it takes is to design a compelling listing image that requires one-time effort. So once you have set up your listing images, just plug in, and that's all. So now it has opened the next template. So this is how easy it is to automate your mockup creation process. So I'll just take a break. It will keep running. It's 88:16, and I think everything will be done in under 4 minutes. So now it's working on the listing images that we had designed. Look how this turns out to be. Isn't this amazing? Tumbler app digital download. Now it's working on the listing images that we had designed in Canva. Let me open one example. Doesn't this look amazing? So that is how quickly it created listing images for all your 15 design. Just 4 minutes. So let me open and check if everything is fine. Sunflower. Everything looks decent, good enough. And if you open anything else. So all the listing images ready to go on your Etsy store. Okay, so there is one discrepancy over here. So this is good that one discrepancy popped out here. I mean, the design did not update both of the smart object layer here. So why it did not happen, let us find out. So what we can do is go back to our mockup template folder and open this template. So for these two to be updated together, these two smart objects are supposed to be linked. So if I double click and open the smart object layer, maybe add some hue saturation to change the color, make us green and blue, save it. We see that these two are not linked at all. So what I want to do is go and delete this smart object layer, select the design copy. Again we have our action, tapered action, just play it. So it created a copy and added a tapered action here. So if I open it here, now let us check if these two are linked or not. Open it. Okay, so now let me just see if it would work or not. So these, if you see, these are not linked actually. So the Photoshop action that I gave you is not working properly because it's using some other effect. So again, to get this done, it's very simple, do not worry. So press Ctrl J and duplicate the smart object layer, and we'll use this as a guiding. Now this will grab the move tool, move it somewhere here. Now let us move it here. So we need to show this to be tapered. So you can press Ctrl T to activate this, and then you can use warp tool. And over here, if you go a warp, there is a called arc option here. Arc it and then just bend it somewhat like this. This is not the accurate tapering, but it gives the option that it is tapered somehow, and hit enter, and you can delete this one, and we can bring a tapered design here. Now these two smart objects are linked. So just to show you, if we change the design or maybe add some hue saturation to change the color, you'll see both the smart objects will be linked. You see the both of them updated. So it was good that we had this discrepancy here because I could show how to fix the problem. So you can go ahead and again repeat the start generating process. Again, it will create the mockups for you. So this is how you can automate your mockup creation process. In the next video, we'll create the 15-second video for all our listing. Hi there. In this video, we'll talk about Tumbler video mockup template, and we'll see how to create an compelling 15-second mockup video for your listing image. So before we start, let us jump onto the swipe file that we had. So these are the videos that we had collected as inspiration. And out of this, I really like this one, but it's not possible to create it using Mockup. It's better to be shot on camera. But what I want to do is create this design. Okay, I mean, this looks better. Kind of, it has a unique and novel idea which could help you stand out from the crowd. So I'll try to create this one. Okay. So when you purchase a video mockup template for tumblers, you might be getting one of the two types of templates available here. So let me show you the first one. So if I open this in Photoshop, the layer structure is almost similar to what we see for still, and I'll show you how the animation or the video effect happens on this template. So these are the layers. We have the smart object layer, we have the backgrounds, and then we have extras. So to show the video part or an animation part, you can go to window and then select timeline. So this is the timeline, and you'll see the artwork is being rotated. So the rotation of the artwork is quite simple actually. So if I show you this smart object layer, I'll right click and click on edit contents. And again, we have this, timeline. And this is a simple animation that we can apply in Photoshop using keyframes. If I drag, you'll see the design goes from left to right. Okay, so this is how the design goes, and this design going from left to right is condensed into a small window, which gives a preview that the image is being rotated. And we have already added lighting and shadows to add realism to this. This is as simple as it gets. Okay. Now, so to show you how you can add designs to this video mockup template, you'll open the smart object layer, click on right click and click on edit contents. What you'll notice that this again is a smart object layer. So we cannot add a design here. We'll have to open the smart object layer as well. So you'll right click and click on edit contents. And this is the, space where we need to add a design. Okay. So basically you're going 2 steps deep into the smart object layer to add our designs. So if you use bulk mockup normally, this would not work because going 2 steps deep requires additional adjustment on the smart object layer. So to adjust it, you'll rename the first smart object layer at add design. Right click and click on edit contents. The other smart object layer, you should rename it to add nested. So once bulk mockup encounters the smart object layer at nested, it will again open the smart object layer and add or replace our design onto this canvas. So this is how manually the design would work. So let me just try out one way. Just try one design. So basically this is quite long, and we want to wrap this the whole mark. So we'll create a duplicate copy, a seamless pattern, save it, again save it, and then we can go to file, export, render video. In the render video option, we have the name of the video that you want to render. You can select the folder. So let me export it at the outside of this Tumbler Mockup folder we had earlier. Choose Adobe Media Encoder and then format as H26. Let it be high quality, and size we can select as document size, which is already 3500 and 2304. Frame rate is good, and click on render. So Photoshop is not meant for video, and Adobe has already declared that coming in the future version of Photoshop, the video feature will be removed. So do not expect video rendering to be done quite fast. It does take time. Hence, I always advise that when you work with video, it's better to separate the workflow for your video from your still mockup images, because video does take a lot of resources of your computer when you run it in Photoshop. So this will take some while, I think 2 to 3 minutes when we get an output. So the video rendering is complete, and this is the video that we rendered. Doesn't this looks realistic? So you can upload this on your listing. So this is one type of the template. So if you remember, when we open this smart object layer, edit contents, and then we open this nested smart object layer, edit contents. We had two copies. We had to paste two smart object layers or two design files to get it fill the entire space. This will actually do not happen when you run with bulk mockup, because bulk mockup can place only one smart object layer. So to process this in an automation or the bulk mockup automation, we'll have to follow a two-step approach. I'll just show you what to do. So using this as our guide, which is 4876 and 2185. Let me add one of the design or get the design size. Again, if you want to get the info for Windows, you can go to right click properties details, and then you'll find the dimension. So we have the dimension here. So grab a rectangle tool, click at the center, and then enter these data. 7010 and then 6325 pixels. Hit on OK, and then just simply right click and click on convert to smart object. Use Alt and mouse wheel to zoom back, Control T, and then move it at the center. Now the next step is crucial. So this time hold this rectangle and press Ctrl J to create a duplicate copy of the smart object layer. Move it to the right and then position it just beside the previous one. We still see some gaps, so you can select both of them, press Ctrl T, and then we stretch it out to fill the entire space. Now we'll not save this. Okay, do not save this. Just go to File, click on Save As, and then we'll save it as a Photoshop file. Okay, not a PSB file. So navigate back to the template that we had, and we'll create a new folder. We'll create it Design Creator, and we'll name it to design. You can name it anything you want, and instead of large document format, select Photoshop and save this file. Okay, once that is saved, close this, and close this as well. So the two-step process is actually, so we created this Photoshop file right now, which has two smart object layers, rectangle 1 and rectangle 2. We'll use this template to process our design file and create a design file that will go with the mockup video mockup template. So let me show you how. So we'll go to plugins, start bulk mockup. On the PSD template folder, we will select this design creator folder. For the design file, we select the same design. Okay, all 15 of them is here. And for the export, I'll create a new folder, and we'll name it export image creator. Create and hit on open. Let all the settings be as it is. We'll go to settings, design layer, resize to guide is all good, PSD template all good, export folders, let us keep all in export in image creator folder. Files, let us export JPG. Naming does not matter, and then just go to main and click on start generating. So it will open the template, apply a design, and convert it into a design file that has elongated design. So if I show you the output that we get, So these are the outputs that we are getting. So we are checking the image converted into an elongated image, and now this image will go with the video template, and this folder will use as an input for the video mockup template that we have. So it will take a while, 15 images, maybe 2 minutes. But again, this is the workaround to work with elongated design. So all 15 of the images are created into elongated designs, and this will use as an input for our video mockup automation. So again, to automate it, I can go back. This is the video mockup template that we have. Open it into. So I'll create a new folder. So I'll create a new folder and rename it as video template. I'll add this file over here, and then I'll create an video export. Automate it. Just go to bulk mockup for the PSD template. We'll select the video folder, which is video template. Then for the design file, now instead of using this design, we'll use the other one that we just exported, which is the design image export image creator, which elongated design. And for the export, I will select a video export. So over here, the settings are not properly applied. So what I want you to do is open the Tumbler video template once. Once it is open, if you click on custom settings, this will all appear, and then you can change the settings if this is all okay, and click on render once. Because once we click on render, we'll see the settings that we had applied will be updated here. So this is important to give the plugin information about what kind of rendering we want. So the video is rendered, and what you noticed here is that the settings has been applied onto this custom setting. So this is a one-time effort that you need to do when you process the video templates. So now I'll close this, and then we can go back to the main tab. I'll reduce the size of this Photoshop, and then we'll click on start generating, and we'll see the automation happening. So it's applying the design, and then it's working on the rendering of the video. So it created a subfolder, MP4, and it's applying the design, and it's rendering the video. So again, videos are quite long to process. We are processing only 4 designs in this case, and I reckon it would take around 10 minutes to process all of them. So I'll walk away from the screen, and we'll see how the processing happens here. So I'm back, and as you can see, all the 4 videos are exported. Now you can run another batch and export the rest of the images. So earlier in the video, I talked about that there are 2 types of video mockup template. One which I already showed. Let us take a look at the other form of template that you may have. So if I open this video mockup template, so in this case, it's actually using a video in the template itself. So if I open this mockup file, open this mockup group, you'll see that there's a Tumbler video which is provided by the seller itself. You could see Tumbler 20-year-old movie. If I double click and play this, so this actually includes a video file embedded in the Photoshop file itself. So this denotes a smart object there, and this denotes a Tumbler video. And when you open the timeline, if I play this, this is how it looks. Okay, And to update this again, it is quite simple. Simply right click on this smart object layer, click on edit contents. Then again we have the nested smart object layer, so right click and click on edit contents, and then we can paste our design here. So if you could notice different from the previous template, this template we could simply add our design file and the animation will happen. This does not require us to create input files by creating elongated design file. So that is taken care of. So always before running bulk mockup, it's best for you to go and investigate what kind of template you have. Okay, so again we'll use the same concept of automating this like the previous template that we showed. So thank you for watching this video. So in the next video we'll create a custom video mockup template like this, so stay tuned. Now that you understand what a smart object layer is, let us see how smart object layers work with Tumbler Mockup template. And if you remember, in the previous module I asked you to purchase smart object based mockup template instead of Canva template. So let me show you why smart object template is better than Canva template. So this is a side-by-side comparison of a Photoshop template and a Canva template using the same Tumbler wrap. So if you look on the Canva, you may seem that it's easy to create, but if you look at the edges, the Canva template just gives the impression that it is rounding up. But on the Photoshop template, if you look at the edges, it actually rounds up at the corner and it feels like it's very real. So this is a static image. I'll also show you the difference with the video template on Canva and Photoshop.
Why I insist for Photoshop based template is because of two crucial reasons. The first is the output quality. Look at the screen. The video on the left is the output from a Canva template, and video on the right is an output from the Photoshop template. Look at the edges of the rotation. The Canva template does not look real, whereas the output from the Photoshop template is much better. Reason number two to insist for Photoshop template is editing a Photoshop template is much simpler and quicker than editing a Canva template. Do not worry if you do not have Photoshop. This Photoshop template can also be edited at photopea.com, which is a free alternative for Photoshop.
So this clearly shows why a smart object based Photoshop template is superior to a Canva template. And to the added bonus, you can automate your smart object template. Now let us jump back to Photoshop and see how smart object interact with the Tumbler mockups. So on the screen that you see, we only have a still image, and I'll show you how we can create smart object layers of Tumbler wrap that will wrap around these Tumbler with 3 views. Okay, different creators of the template use the smart object feature differently. The easiest way will be, I'll grab this rectangle tool, create a rectangle, maybe change the color to brown, and then I can right click over here and click to convert to smart object, which is very simple. Now the interesting part is I press Command T or Control T. On the top is the warp option. Click on this and this gives a different warp option. From custom, go and select cylinder. Once you select cylinder, you will have different points to manipulate this cylinder shape. Grab the anchor points and just try to follow the wraps. Once done, hit on this check mark. Now I can go ahead and change the blending mode from normal to multiply. So you look, this now looks like the color of the smart object currently wraps around the tumbler. Now if I want to add a design, all I have to do is right click and click on edit contents. This is the smart object that looks like. We created a smart object of a tall rectangle. I can add the design here. And then we'll position it on the left because this is the left view. We'll save it. File, save. And once we close this, you'll see the design is being applied on the left view. So this is one way of creating the smart object layers. Now, if you go in the market and look for mockup template, there are different types of seller who create mockup template differently. They use the smart object layer differently. In this case, we created a smart object layer which was a simple rectangle. And then for the other two views, we need to create two new smart object layers. So you'll find templates with a 3 smart object layer and you need to update them differently. Now let me show you the other mockup template that we have over here. So this is I purchased from a store. I not remember the store which was it, but if you look at the smart object layers over here, I mean how they have created it. So let me turn this off. So it has left, middle and right. I mean all these 3 Tumbler views are separate. But what is interesting, if you look at the smart object layer over here, this is a smart object layer that is corresponding to changing the design. If I right click and click on edit contents, instead of a flat rectangle, it has a rectangle shape which exactly keeps our Tumbler wrap design in full view. And the benefit of this one is, if I change the artwork, if I add another artwork over here, or let me try this marble. Save it. It updates all the 3 views in one go. So this is the right kind of template that you must be hunting for. I'll try to find out the store that I purchased this template from and link it somewhere. So there are stores that sell very good mockup template. And if I can zoom in here, I'm not sure if I can zoom in, you'll see that they have wrapped this up. How do I show this? Now let me show, I can duplicate this on the top and show it on the top. So if you look, this is the wrapping that they have done on the left view. Similarly, they have done the wrapping on the center, and in the third, they have done the wrapping. So you'll find a wrapping which is done manually on all 3 views. Now let me show you the other template. This around here is a simple template, and if you look at the smart object layer, it again shows our smart object in full view. Okay, our Tumbler wraps in full view, but there is no wrapping involved. So if I just turn this mask off, you'll see that there's no wrapping involved. If I change this to normal, so there are some edges that are cropped away, and it does not, though it looks realistic, but it's not realistic. So be very wary of what kind of template you are purchasing. Okay, and then we have the third kind of a template, which again is kind of does not wrap around, it's just placed over the Tumbler. So I highly recommend if you can purchase this kind of a template which has one smart object layer and update all 3, and it actually wraps around. This template can also be purchased because again you have only one smart object layer and all the 3 views are updated. Same goes here as well, but this particular one, there are templates where you'll have 3 smart object layers and all 3 needs to be updated separately to give you the perfect output. And just to add, we have a bonus module at the end of this course. If you want to create your own Tumbler mockup and sell it on Etsy, maybe a Canva template or a Photoshop template with 3 views or whatever, I have explained that deeply in that section, so you can go and just watch out there. So given I think now you have a better understanding of different types of template available. Just to reiterate, there are different types of mockup template with different smart object layer application. One we saw here is creating different smart object layers for each view. Then we have one smart object layer that covers the entire 3 view, but again there is no wrapping. And then we have some images that are wrapped perfectly around something like this. So your choice. You can ask questions when you purchase. That's all in the section. Let us catch you in the next video. So hello, in this video, we'll take an existing video mockup template and customize this to make it our own, something that will grab eyeballs in the Etsy search page. So while doing research for the inspiration of the video mockup, this particular template grabbed my attention. So let me play this for you. So this is something that I'll try to recreate in this video. So without much ado, let's jump onto this. So first of all, this is the Tumbler video mockup template that we had already purchased. So I'll open it up in Photoshop. Once you are here, the animation and the video part is still there. Just to get a preview, you can go to Window and then select Timeline, and you'll see all the layers are here. And if you drag this playhead, you could see the video being played or the design being rotated. Perfect. Next step is I'll turn off this background layer and this as well. And we want to export a transparent PNG image of this still mockup. Okay. So I'll go to File, save a copy, and then save it as a PNG file. Now this is our PNG copy. Next we'll go to Canva and go to Create, and over here let us add 2000 pixels and 2000 pixels. Create a new design. I still have this file over here for inspiration. First let us add a background to this. So we'll go to Position here. It shows the background, or we can just select this color and then add it the black color. So the background is black. I will upload our transparent PNG file. Open. Once done, click on this. This will be added over here. Next, just rotate this and make it bigger. We're just trying to recreate this. You can use your own creativity and inspiration. Okay. This looks good, I would say. Let us keep it over here. And then we'll go to Elements over here and then search for animated stripes. I mean, over here it only shows the rotation and these are all static graphics, but we want to be very playful and add more dynamic elements into our mockup template. So now instead of selecting a static graphic, I'll go and select type in animated stripes. There are lots of graphics over here. We have videos. We'll only explore graphics. So click on See All. And you do not need a paid version of Canva here. I mean, these graphics are available within free version as well. So I see a lot of potential here. You know, you can add this star as in something that is glittery. This animated GIF. So scroll through them, cut what you like. I like this particular one, or maybe we can use this star as well. But yeah, for now, let us stick to this one. Okay. Let me just position it something in this case. And we can also add one in the other end. So we duplicate this. Awesome. Now it does cross, the edges here. So I'll move this tumbler to the left and then drag it onto the right and move this over here. Can we add something else to this? I mean, we can also add motion graphics, pointing arrow saying that this is a seamless design. Okay, so we have this sarcastic tumbler ramp. It says seamless. So we can add some text and an arrow pointing out, mentioning that this is a seamless design. So let me just decrease the size for this. A bit more closer. So let us search for animated arrow. The background is already black, so we need something more vibrant or light color. We could use this one, but it's very picky on the eyes. Yeah, let us try this one. Perfect. Now we'll rotate this. Next, we can have a text saying this is a seamless design. So we'll go to text, and there are, recently used text. We can use see all, and maybe use something that gets that. Or let us follow the design principle that we used earlier. So let me type in text, not recently used. Let us add a subheading and we'll call this seamless design. Place it here, change the font color to maybe white, decrease the size to 58, maybe 48 would do better, and then let us add some border. Yeah, I think the green looks good. It goes well with the arrow as well. I think this looks pretty decent and playful. Once the video or the Tumbler design rotates, it will spark live into this video Tumbler. So go to share, and now we'll download this as an MP4 file. So we'll click on download and select MP4 and then click on download. While it's still download, let us jump back to Photoshop. So this is the Photoshop file, and these are different layers that we have. We'll import the video into this timeline. So once your download is ready, 10 seconds, we drag this video and place it into this Photoshop document. It adds up as a new layer, and this is still a video layer if you could look. It goes beyond the current timeline, okay? But do not worry, we'll just reposition it. Hit on this check mark, and then we'll drag this particular layer and move it on to the left. Just drag and hold. Move it to the start. And this is still too far away from what we currently have in our template. So now we'll grab the edge and reposition it so that it exactly matches the current template that we have. Now this matches it. Next, we'll move this seamless design underneath the mockup over here, and it just vanishes. So actually it goes into this mockup. We want this to be, outside this mockup. So we'll just drag and then reposition it. We can collapse this mockup group, and it's still a video layer. If I can drag and show you, you'll see the animation is still there on the stripe and the arrow. Next, we'll grab this mockup, open this up. This link was broken, so I'll click on this link, grab this mockup and the smart object layer, hold shift and select both of them, then press Ctrl T to activate free transform. And now just using our mouse, we'll try to reposition the tumbler as we had designed that, and make sure that we cover the tumbler that is in the back, beneath it. That was only meant for placeholder. The actual rotation will happen on these layers, so this needs to superimpose on the top of that. Okay, so make it bigger than what we already have so that it covers the entire space. Also, the background is transparent here, so we can go to the backgrounds and then add a solid color, and we'll add black color. Next, it is 9:16 template, but for the Etsy page, we'll convert this into a square. So I'll grab the square crop tool here, put the ratio as 1:1, and then we can crop it. Hit enter. And now we have our perfect tumbler mockup. Once you add the solid color, do notice, where we have added this. So, we need to reposition this layer in the timeline as well. So I'll drag and place it to match this. And then we can go to the edge and maybe expand this. Okay. Our video tumbler is ready. If I just play this playhead, you'll see the preview. The preview is very slow, but do not worry. Once we render this video, this will be as flawless and playful as we have designed it to be. So that's it. That is how you take an existing Tumbler video mockup and change it to your custom liking. It's now all up to your creativity. Just go out there and create something that grabs or catches eyeball in the Etsy search page. So this particular template still has its smart object layer intact. So it will still work with bulk mockup. So you can batch create video mockups using bulk mockup with this. So that's up for this video. Let's catch you in the next one. In this quick tutorial, you learn how to bulk add your branded watermark to every Etsy listing images in under 2 minutes. So you can protect your photos and stop your competitors from stealing your work. So let's jump onto it. Now, before we bulk add the watermark, let us first see how to create your watermark. Go to Photoshop and click on File, New. Select 8000 or 800 pixels by 800 pixels. Let the resolution be 72 dpi. Click on Create. Next, click on this padlock. This will unlock the background layer. Next, grab this text tool and click on here. And you can enter your store name here. Or if you want to import your logo, you can import your logo as well. Once done, you can go onto this font section and change the font. Let me type some script font. Let me try this one. So I like this particular font. Next, delete this layer. I'll press Ctrl T, or you can also increase the size. Increase the size for this. If you want to change the color, you can also change the color from over here. I'll let it be black for now. Next, hold Ctrl on your keyboard or Command if you're in Mac. Press Ctrl and then left click on this T icon here. It will make a selection around the text. Go to Image and then Trim. Select Transparent Pixel and hit on OK. So it will trim all the excess negative space. Now press Ctrl D. This will deselect the selection. Next, go to Edit and then Define Pattern. I will name this pattern as Etsy watermark. Hit on OK. Now our watermark has been created. You can close this document now. These are the listing images that we have that we want to add our watermark to. So what we'll do is we'll go to File, get a new pixel as 2000 and hit on Create. Create a new template. We'll create a rectangle. We'll hit on Center and add this as 2000 pixels by 2000 pixels. Hit on OK. This will create the rectangle. We'll just right click over here and convert to Smart Object and place it at the center. Control A and then we can use this alignment options. We'll name this as Add Design. And now we'll add our watermark. So we'll go to the solid fill over here and then select pattern. And so we just defined our patterns moments ago. So on this pattern selection window, just scroll to the end and this is where you will find your pattern. So click on this. Next, you can, change the size of this logo, size of this watermark, and you can also kind of change the orientation of your watermark. So let it be like this. Click on Snap to Origin, link with layer, scale. Maybe we could try something smaller. Hit on OK. So you may feel that this is too busy. Do not worry. Just tweak the opacity here and maybe have it as 12%. Now this particular Photoshop file that we created, we can call this as a watermark template. I will go to File, Save As. I will name this as watermark template. Click on Save. Once done, now we'll run bulk mockup plugin through this, and the smart object layer is over here. Instead of this mustard color square, our listing images will be replaced and the watermark will be added. So let me show you how we'll pull that off. So I'll create a watermark PST folder. I'll move this over here. So we'll create a new folder called template. I'll move this to over here. These are all our export folder, and these are all, kind of organized into different folders. So we'll keep it as it is. We'll copy the export. Rename this as designs. So these are all our exported files. So we'll keep it as a design, and then we'll create a new folder. We'll call it export. And then we'll jump to Photoshop. We'll go to plugins, bulk mockup. In the first one, we'll add our template. Select the template folder. Then we'll select the design folder. These are design folder, and our design folder has multiple subfolders. So we'll click on process subfolders. Then we'll go to the export folder. This one is export. Hit on open. The settings is JPG. We'll export all in export folder. Naming is files are good. The naming, let it be design file name. We'll select this preserve design folder structure. We'll go to the main tab, and before we click on start generating, let me resize this. We'll click on start generating to watch the magic. And you can see, our watermark is being applied to our images over here. So that's how you bulk add watermark to your Etsy listing images. Thank you for joining for this video. See you in the next one.